Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to report that at approximately 11:05 last night, the suspect, otherwise known as Pickles the hamster, was apprehended in my kitchen. There is Pickles. All right, let me tell you what happened, okay? And I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday on the show. I probably didn't. Long story short, Chad, you can keep Pickles on there. Look at me. I look bad. I look tired. I need to shave. Let's go back to Pickles. Much cuter. So 2 weeks ago, my wife sends me a text. We got a hamster. I said, great. The hamster's name is Pickles. Pickles has a race car cage that has a tube connected to it. Yesterday morning, I was opening the refrigerator, and for whatever reason, Pickles' hamster race car cage was on top of the fridge. As I opened the fridge door, the tube that he would run in fell off, and I looked into the race car cage, and Pickles was MIA. And it wasn't until approximately 11:15 p.m. last night that I pulled my refrigerator out. And I don't know if you've moved a refrigerator lately, but they're awkward and heavy, and it's on wheels, and I pulled the fridge out. Okay, and then right in the back, behind the fridge, was little Pickles doing this move, like, hey. So I threw my kid's shirt on him, because I'm not a hamster wrangler. And then I grabbed him, and I don't know if you've held a hamster recently, but I haven't. And so then I'm holding Pickles like this. I'm like trying not to hurt him, because I've got these giant sausage hands, and I'm trying not to squeeze him too hard. And I wasn't, and I put him back in his cage, and put the little things into the place where the tubes were. Anyways, he's fine. It was a big deal in my house. It was a big to-do. I think I slept a couple hours, but lo and behold, the suspect has been captured. There he is. Son of a Pickles. Why couldn't we have got a fish? They stay in a bowl. They go in a tank. You know, you forget you have a fish for a while. This hamster, then people on Facebook are saying, the hamster's going to get out again. It's going to happen again. I don't want it to happen again, but fingers crossed it doesn't. One other thing, well, two things I'm going to mention quickly before this melts. This is the brand new Starbucks tie-dye drink. I haven't tried it yet. It's available for a limited time only. I'm going to take one for the team as someone that hasn't had a lot of sugar in a while. Holy moly. Oh, that's good. I like that. The reviews online were wrong. They said that this was going to taste like a banana Laffy Taffy and shaker Laffy Taffy. It does not. It's sweet. I would give it 7.2 if I was going to rate it like a Barstool Presidente pizza review. 7.2. Sweet, refreshing, aesthetically pleasing, and it makes you feel like you're at Woodstock. You know what would probably be good in it is some Malibu. It's Pina Colada Day, so maybe you'll mix that up. But there it is right there. It's a nice looking drink. Limited time only. I like it. All right, so check that out. Last but not least, last night in Durant at a baseball game, they had a tornado by all accounts. And I don't know if this touched down, but look at that. I mean, that's a tornado. And that's a Durant baseball game going on. I saw this picture on Facebook. I did not take the picture, and I wish I could remember who took it. I'd give him photo credit. But that is a tornado in the background of a baseball game. And they kept playing, I think. Like, I would have been like, excuse me, ump, you know how you don't like lightning? There's a tornado in the outfield.
But there is no lightning.
There is. Chris Anderson with Discover Muscatine is here saying there is no lightning. Right. To be fair, there was no lightning, just a tornado. This is Iowa. I understand this. And there was a great video that somebody took of that tornado starting to form, and then you can see it looks like the devil's finger coming down from the sky and forming a little twister. So we hope everybody's okay. But yes, by all accounts, a tornado yesterday in Durant, which is not that far from Muscatine. So, and I kind of saw the cloud structure that formed that, and I'm glad that we didn't deal with it. All right, he's patiently waiting. He does not have a tie-dye drink. I could make him pina colada because he doesn't work for Hy-Vee and he can drink whenever he wants, probably. Chris Anderson.
That could be
Chris
a good
Anderson
idea.
with Discover Muscatine is here. Thanks for coming back on the show. I feel like we're at a bar right now. Look at this. I got all my stuff here. What do you need? I can do this move. And do you like pina coladas, by the way?
I actually do. I feel like I need Chris Bohr and Brenda Christensen so we can be planning an Almost Friday Fest. This is how we do it.
This is
it seems to work out well, and Nick Dow and a couple of the others.
I was going to say, whatever fuels it makes total sense. So you are in week 2 with the Discover Muscatine newspaper. That is where you'll only find our Hy-Vee ads in the Discover Muscatine. I looked forward to getting the paper at the house yesterday. Of course, we had it here at the store on Monday, and it looks excellent. You know, it's another full big paper. You set off the year, it's 10 pages, right? There's a lot of great local content in here, and just coming out of the gate with not only 4th of July parade and kind of recap on the front, but this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
Having pictures, and then I saw, our mutual friend Eddie Colon and the Muskie baseball team. They were excited to see that we had a picture of their Field of Dream float. So this feels good. It looks good. It's a lot of work. How did you feel after last week? Discover Muscatine was essentially like a newborn baby last week.
It was, yeah.
Went out into the world, and here you go with week 2. So how'd you feel last week, and how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good. Actually. The community support has been tremendous. We've had probably, 7 or 8 businesses reach out and ask how they can be a part of it.
Awesome.
Coming up with creative ideas for content, not just like advertising. It's like, we talk about we want good content for Muscatine.
Absolutely.
Content drives everything. And so, we've talked about some senior stories, some, the one I love this week is Chad Brislon wrote for us.
I saw that.
No baffles, no brakes.
Right.
I don't know, Chad, can you pick this up here real quick?
So this is Chad.
Yep.
He rides a motorcycle. I know he's with Pearl City Life Riders as well, which is a great organization. They raise a ton of money for like the Iowa Donor Network, and they have Jessica's Ride. So he writes a column like that, and it's talking about being on a bike.
Yeah.
And maybe people, needing to pay a little bit more attention. Here, let's hold that up.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, so you back over. Sorry.
Look at this. This looks good.
Yeah.
So right here, no baffles, no brakes.
And the nice thing is this will be a regular feature. He's got this was part 1 of 2, and then it'll come on a regular basis. I'm not sure exactly what that'll be yet.
Yeah.
But we've got a couple more things like that in the works. So as things grow, I was super happy with the first issue.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the second issue, but I'm really happy for what's still to come.
Absolutely. And that's
I feel like
exciting.
we're just getting our feet under us and getting some traction. And
we got the website pulled up, and again, pictures from what's in the paper, and that's what it's all about, right? Because you go to print to all of Muscatine County, over 22,000 homes, and then it's reflected on the discovermuscatine.com website so that people can have the tangible paper product that they found in their mailbox, and then get online, read an article. It's easy to share. It just all makes sense in 2019, right?
Yeah, and the nice thing is we'll be able to be doing, over the next few weeks, you'll see more pictures online.
Awesome.
So like a lot of times when we write stories, we take several pictures.
Sure.
Only 1 or maybe 2 can make it into the paper.
Yep.
But we'll be able to go a little more in depth with, the essentially unlimited space of the World Wide Web.
Right.
We can do more pictures, more content that way. And so, people... It's not like, oh, hey, I read the paper, I don't need to look at the website.
Sure.
There will be plenty more content that is web exclusive that we share out on social media and stuff like that. So,
what I like is being able to relay information, because the thing that Muscatine has always had a hard time with is making sure everybody knows everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And there's so many things that happen throughout the county, and when you can send an email or a Facebook message, and I've emailed Margaret a couple of great stories already that I thought, hey, listen, I would recommend reaching out to this person. I'm not telling anybody what to do. It's just things that I'm aware of.
Right.
And I don't assume that everybody knows. I mean, I don't know everything, and I never want to miss out on a great story or featuring great people, right? And that's where, for people that are watching this, if you're live on cable or on social media, or if you're watching this on a replay, you got to reach out to folks like Chris and Ashley Lovelace and Margaret and Jordan and Alex and their whole team, so that they can they can get it into a place like Discover Muscatine.
Yeah, and the nice thing is we've got a full page of a community calendar.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's even more online. We actually spent the last couple days reaching out to people to get more stuff. We'll actually have a dedicated staff member reaching out to the community pillars consistently. So like all the nonprofits, the businesses, to make sure all their stuff's online in one place for people to reach. And so like businesses, like Boonies Brew, I'm going to reach out to you guys right here, right now.
Sure.
Send us all your nightly specials. We'll make sure it's on the calendar. It's no cost to anybody. It's just a community service that makes sense.
Sure.
So
I like it a lot. And again, the ease of being able to just relay that information. That's what's important, right? Is to be able to send what you want to submit. And then you never know. It could show up in your mailbox the following week, or it could be online and then out on social media. And again, that's another big part of this is having that good social presence and making sure people know where to find you, how to find you, and again, being able to read. Because it's one thing, selfishly, I'm excited to write a column again, Talk at the Town, which is in the Discover Muscatine. And, I'm a tangible person, so I get the paper, I take a picture of the column, I share it out. But then I like that I could grab the link off your website and I could put it on Facebook, and then friends of mine that don't live in Muscatine County can click a link and read it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, the thing that surprised me, I'm a big analytics guy, right?
Sure.
And so, we've been watching who's sharing things and all that stuff. And we've also been watching our web traffic.
Sure.
And the website traffic, I wasn't anticipating a ton right off the bat. There was significantly more than I anticipated. But the amazing thing is when I pulled up the map of where people are from, literally we've almost hit, I think it's like 48 out of the 50 states already.
That's unbelievable.
Which is crazy.
In a week and a half.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, it's apparently people all across the country love Muscatine.
Yeah, good. I mean, as they should, right? We want them all to come to Muscatine.
And I'm guessing it's things like, somebody who used to live here, moved to Oregon, they saw a share, they clicked on the link.
Yep.
But that's good. I mean, it reminds people all over that have some sort of connection to Muscatine that there's still good stuff going on here.
Yeah, and whether you haven't lived here for 20 years or 2 years or you're back in town, it's all good. And I want to talk about the front page because I think it's important to have a strong front page. And there's a couple of things that you're doing that I like, which is kind of like teasing what's inside. So we talk about the 4th of July and recapping that. There's a great story about, of course, the Muscatine County Fair. And then we get to kind of below the fold, and it's Rocket on Sycamore, and that's what we're going to talk about with our next guests that just arrived that are patiently waiting. So this is a great looking front page for the Discover Muscatine. Again, only in its second week and already covering a variety of things. And again, you and I both know how important that is. And you've got the team and the staff with you that also gets it, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you want to have enough going on, but it doesn't feel busy either, right?
I hope not.
No, I don't look at this and feel overwhelmed. It flows nicely.
Yeah, Sarah did a great job. We've been working on this for quite a while, obviously, and you're absolutely right. We want to make sure this is engaging for people.
Sure.
And we'll always take suggestions. That's the one thing. Like, hey, you want to see this content? Shoot a message over Facebook, news at discovermuscatine.com. We'll listen. I mean,
everybody's in Muscatine. This is a local operation. It's not like you have to reach out to an out-of-town number or whatever. Hope that somebody's in town every once in a blue moon, like you're downtown. Your office is downtown. People could, walk by and say, hey, this is going on. Not sure if you're aware of it.
Yeah.
Or, email, social, call, whatever. But
I mean, there's 9 of us on the staff now or whatever it is. And, we're all over town all the time. So, I mean, if you can't find one of us, you're not trying. Right.
Absolutely.
we're around.
So we're sitting here on the 10th of July, the second edition, second installment of Discover Muscatine, hitting your mailbox. I like that I got it on Tuesday. That feels good. What are you looking for now?
Yeah, no, actually, what am I looking for now?
What are you looking for now in there?
One thing that we did that I'd like to get a little more traction on for everybody, we've got a kids coloring contest.
This is so cool.
From the poems. So we've had 2 different ones last week and this week, of course. Have your kids color it. And, I suppose adults could color it too. I guess I never really talked to Travis. We didn't really put an age cap on it. But have them color it, have some fun, keep them, if it's a super hot day. just drop it off over at the Palms.
Sure.
They're actually putting them all up on their big glass front.
Great.
And we'll pick a couple kids. They'll pick a couple kids to win some free movie tickets, and just something to have a little fun.
It's really nice to have this, and I love the Palms movie theater, one of those places that Muscatine should feel really good about.
Yeah.
We talk about a local company investing. Palms did that a couple of years ago, and yeah, they get it, right? That's a fun way to get kids involved, and whether they're staying within the lines or not, right?
Yeah,
it ultimately doesn't matter because it's good. So, okay, we talked about getting things covered, submitting. It's just nice to know that week after week, Discover Muscatine will be in the mailbox, will be online, and will continue to serve the entire county.
Yeah,
and that's, again, I said that the last time you were here, but it's important to note, if you're in Wilton or West Liberty or Durant or, wherever you find yourself that's not in Muscatine, if this lands in your mailbox and there's something going on in your backyard,
let us know.
Send it over. Right?
That's actually one of the things that's on our magical GID list. I call them GID lists, or Get It Done list.
Sure.
Is reaching out to some community leaders in each of West Liberty, Wilton, Durant, Nichols, all the surrounding communities, so that we can have a regular funnel of information. Because you look at like what the L&M teams are doing, and what the teams up north, like the Wilton Durant teams are doing. They're doing some great stuff.
Yep.
And they're absolutely part of our community. They're part of our market. They're part of, everybody loves seeing kids succeed. So
100%.
Let's get those kids some exposure. So folks out there, look forward to working with you guys and getting you some press and some exposure.
Well, and at the same time, if you're in business, and a lot of people have asked me, and I said, this is definitely a great way to communicate what you have going on. Yeah. So that people know where you're at, what you're doing, what you're all about. So that's a whole other side of this. But it starts with that good content that's consistently there. That is a full paper that is loaded with all things Muscatine County with Discover Muscatine. And again, if you're watching, I hope you go to the website, discovermuscatine.com. Find them on social media. Yep. Facebook page has exploded in the last week.
Yeah, it has.
Which is nice to see.
It is.
And if you are the person that, I imagine that we know that there's talented people in this town and throughout the county. Maybe there's opportunities for columns. I don't know.
There is. Yeah,
it doesn't
actually,
hurt to ask, right? I mean,
if somebody loves watching streaming services, and all the new content that comes out there, and would want to write a review on something new, maybe like every other week,
cool.
Absolutely reach out. Or if there's some other topic, definitely reach out. We're looking for great writers, great content contributors. Absolutely.
Our friend Jen, who's got, like 60,000 subscribers on YouTube, on Facebook, just said she's going to have her kids color it. Right. Yes, Jen. Jen could be a story, right? Like, how is a Muscatine native, she's a nurse by day, and then has got this unbelievable YouTube following. That's a cool story, and Jen's awesome, and she's been on this show, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many things like that I hope people are aware of.
Right.
And that's ultimately what we're trying to do, is just push this community in a good direction and make sure that everything is communicated, so that when you have something going on in town, it's well attended because it was out in front of as many people as possible.
Speaking of which,
yes,
we've got to get a plug in for Almost Friday Fest.
Right.
Chad, could you pull up the almostfridayfest.org?
Almostfridayfest.org. The next one will be coming up on the 20.
That's why I was having Chad pull it up, because I don't remember off the top of my head.
Is it the 25th? I'm going to look at my calendar on my phone. It's the last Thursday. It's the 25th.
It's the 25th, yeah.
The 25th in downtown Muscatine along the riverfront. Almost Friday Fest will be back, and the first one went off without a hitch. Seemed like it was a huge success. A lot of folks were down there, and looking forward to having it back again on the 25th. That'll be here soon.
Got some great music. We're actually meeting this afternoon to kind of go over some stuff to make it even a little bit better. And the porta potties will be close this week.
Cool.
Well, as far as I know, the city's cleared them to be able to go down the river a little further after the flooding. So
I love it.
We should be good there. Yeah, tons of great pictures, great band, lots of good food. Well, that's actually a Healthy Living Fest.
I love it. You know what? We need people that are doing things like Chris and Brenda that wanted to put their heads together and say, what can we do to give people an excuse to come out on a Thursday?
Did a great job.
And yes, Almost Friday Fest, July 25th. Don't miss out on that.
It actually rolls right into Rockin' on Sycamore, which is next, right?
Rockin' on Sycamore. That is going to be fun. That's this Friday and Saturday. 2 nights of live music in downtown Muscatine. Chris Anderson, Discover Muscatine. Thanks for being here.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
I did not mix you a pina colada.
I'll catch it on the way out.
Because I don't know how. I know that it's National Pina Colada Day, but I don't know how to mix it. But I could try.
You can't screw it up.
I can't. I don't think I could screw it up, especially when you've got all the mix that you need right here.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get Chris out of here. DiscoverMuscatine.com, website, social, find him, and then read it when it comes in your mailbox. Let's go to the CBI Bank and Trust aisle camera, which is set up right around the corner, looking at some pre-made meals ready to go. Yeah, so that's one of the things here at the store. If you're in a hurry and you love Hy-Vee Chinese and you're in such a hurry that you can't even wait, you're just like, I got to grab something. It's right there. If you're the Brian Chicks of the world and you're so busy, you're like, I just want some Mongolian beef, but I don't have time. It's right there, Brian. You just grab it and go. It's that easy. Now, I would encourage you always to turn around and look at Hy-Vee Chinese, which is right behind where the CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam is, because oftentimes you will find a fuel saver at Hy-Vee Chinese. And that's what I'm going to mention briefly while we get our next guest ready. When you walk in the store, we've got the updated fuel saver flyer. And I mentioned Hy-Vee Chinese. Starting today through the 16th, you could get a 2-entree meal with a 25-cent fuel saver, right? So you already like Hy-Vee Chinese. Now it comes with a 25-cent fuel saver, right? This is all good stuff. I did the math. I think it's $1.28 off per gallon if you bought everything on the flyer. And there's that 2-entree meal with a 25-cent fuel saver. Gentlemen, I've got one more chair right behind me. So grab a flyer when you walk in the store and get ready to save on your fuel saver. It's a beautiful thing. All right, we're going to get these guys sat down. Mr. Chick, you clip that microphone on you right near your yapper. Doctor, after you adjust my Atlas and Axis, you put that, oh, he's going right up the shirt. Fancy schmancy. Brad Bark's done this enough times. He goes up the shirt, everybody.
I don't mess around.
Brian, don't feel like you have to put it up your shirt, all right? Listen. All right, Rockin' on Sycamore. We were just talking to Chris Anderson, and literally on the front page of the Discover Muscatine, it's Rockin' on Sycamore. Dr. Brad Bark, thanks for being here. Brian Chick, good to see you. Tony. All right, so last year you go, I'm not busy enough. I've got my own business, chiropractor, got a family, a couple kids. You're like, what should I do? I don't know. How about a music festival?
Might as well. Yeah.
It's supported Shop with a Cop.
Shop with a Cop. Great organization. Yes.
And then this year you were like, still busy. It's been a little flooding downtown. Built a couple barriers. Maybe we should go with 2 nights of music.
Right.
Unbelievable. Right. So, all right, let's, before we get into the details, this Friday, Saturday, I just want to reflect on last year. A first-time event can always be nerve-wracking, but when you can tie it to a good thing like Shop with a Cop, it makes it all worthwhile. So reflect on last year. What did you learn? And then we'll get into what people can expect this weekend.
Sure, yeah. Last year, Brian and I sat down probably, 29 days before?
Oh, my gosh,
29 days before, maybe 28.
Yeah.
We were like, you know what? Let's have a street party.
Sure.
So we talked, had some coffee, and came up with Rockin' on Sycamore.
Yeah.
I think we had a couple other names, right?
We had Barkfest.
Barkfest.
He didn't like that one, so...
Nope.
I love Barkfest.
Barktoberfest because it was October, but
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Oktoberfest.
Bark at the moon.
But no.
Barkfest. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, Rockin' on Sycamore is great, but it could have been called Barkfest.
Oh, no. So we're good.
Barktoberfest.
Oh, no. I feel like I've been lied to. What do you mean? This is unbelievable. All right, so it is Rockin' on Sycamore. Right. So 29 days ahead of an event, that's not a lot of time, but you pulled it off, darn it.
We pulled it off. At that time, I mean, with everybody coming together, I mean, we had businesses, we had big support. I mean, we raised about $7,000 for that, just a little over. So
that's unbelievable. Yeah. $7,000, and then Shop with a Cop, of course, a great program that lets children go with Muscatine police officers, and I think some Muscatine County Sheriff's deputies. They are able to buy Christmas presents for their families. And sometimes the misconception with Shop with a Cop is that it's kids just buying whatever they want for themselves, but that's not what it's all about. Right. It's so that they're able to buy things for their parents and their siblings. Right. And without Shop with a Cop, it wouldn't happen. Right. So it's a big deal. And when you talk about $7,000, that allows that program to reach that many more children. And that's what Brett Talkington
kids.
Right.
Yeah.
So you set the bar high. So is that why when we look at Rockin' on Sycamore 2.0, hashtag Barkfest. That's not what it's called this year. It's still Rockin' on Sycamore.
Rockin' on Sycamore.
But is that why you thought 2 nights, or what was the approach with a Friday, Saturday? Because that's what we're looking at this Friday and Saturday, the 12th and 13th.
So the first night, we were gonna do one night, and then we decided let's just do 2 nights. Why not? We did it on Friday last year. Why not do it on Friday this year?
Sure.
And then also do a second night. So the first night we have Christian rock night.
Okay.
So 3 bands: Kim Wiseman and Friends, Redeemed, which is a local band that just started coming together. Sorry, phone call.
No, it's okay.
And
you're a doctor. Your phone can ring. It's fine. Don't feel bad.
Doctor.
Yeah.
And then we have the Nate Draghi band, which is coming back from North Dakota.
Wow.
And then do you want to talk about the second night?
We have Poor Boys, of course, and then Lefty and the Spinners, which haven't played for 26 years.
That's a big deal.
That is huge.
And they opened up for...
They've opened up for the Beach Boys and Jan and Dean.
Awesome's that?
I was going to say, Lefty and the
huge.
Spinner is one of those groups that people in the area are very familiar with. But again, like you said, Brian, 26 years.
Yes.
And so how did you nudge them? Whose arm did you twist? Because that doesn't happen.
After
Headlocks.
last year, I was like, I want to get Blind Alley and Lefty and the Spinners on the stage. And everybody said, you're crazy. That ain't happening.
Yeah.
Right.
So I got a hold of Paul Ailsoff, and he, one by one, got them back together for this, and that was pretty big.
So
And
great.
Also, Blind Alley hasn't played in 8 years.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Started with Jimmy Hoover, and he got with all his people, and it took a while. They were in, they were out, they were in. And when they said they were in, I didn't give them no more choices. We just advertised it.
You're in.
You're
We're
in.
putting your name out there.
Yeah. In.
Now do
Also,
what?
so I saw Roadside Circus, Poor Boys, Blind Alley, Lefty and the Spinners, and First Impression.
Yes.
That's a big
Now,
day of music.
The other key thing, too, which I
Yes.
think is amazing, is when Blind Alley plays one more time on Saturday, they're going to be part of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for Iowa.
Yeah, so
That's unbelievable.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow, that is just great. So again, this is Rockin' on Sycamore this Friday and Saturday in downtown Muscatine, literally on Sycamore Street.
Yep, on Sycamore Street.
Right on the side of your building. You had a lot of great support last year. Were you able to go back to some of those same businesses and lean on them? Were more wanting to get involved? Because again, when you talk about Shop with a Cop and helping kids, it's an easy thing for a business or organization to say yes to, I imagine.
Well, and it's also easier, too, because we're part of a 501c3. So Brian and I created a 501c3
Awesome.
through the
Cool.
Community Foundation.
And that's called Barkfest.
We're gonna get it in there somehow or another.
You better. I'll get a Barkfest tattoo for the
oh
right
my-
amount. All right, so you went to the Community Foundation.
Yes, so we
you
did
formed
that.
That's
And-
awesome.
But last year, we had a little over 20 businesses, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And just as of this morning, we got 4 more businesses this morning, and we're over 30 businesses, which is great.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's bigger and better than last year, and it's going to be
Well,
the
and
same flavor, just like last year,
I
but
was
bigger.
going to say, and listen, ultimately it's about having a good time. But when you know that you can have kids getting Christmas presents in a couple of months, it's a big deal. What are we looking at here with the junior police
so
officer?
this is exciting. So we're trying to think of a way, because first of all, this is all about the kids first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
The bands are secondary. But the kids are first and foremost the most important thing. So with the police officers, who we respect a lot, we bought a bunch of these little glow sticks. So we're going to hand those out at the nighttime, and
Sure.
there's going to be a couple songs where the kids will be able to wave them and the parents will be able to wave them.
Awesome.
But we have 1,000 of those coming, and then
Wow.
the sticker that was there before. Oh, we'll talk about the flag.
The flag is great.
The flag is pretty cool. So we have my staff right now. Sorry, you guys. They're putting together these 500 flags right now that
Sure.
we're going to also hand out.
Yeah.
And then the sticker is just going to be
That's awesome.
a cool thing. And as we talked about last night with the mayor, I'm still waiting for my hard badge, like a big police badge. It'd be really cool. Just,
You think you'd be an honorary officer at this point?
of course.
I mean,
no, I'm just kidding.
Chief Talkington was here 2 weeks ago. I'm happy to call him on your behalf
No, it's
if
okay.
you would like.
I'm sure he's watching now, but
Probably. The chief of police, or now we're saying the chief he's got so much free time he can watch the show. That was Dr. Bark, Chief.
I did
That
not
wasn't
say
me.
that.
I
said that.
like the idea of having the Rock and Roll Saturday and the Christian Rock Friday. That's super cool. You mentioned Kim Weissman. Literally, brought my first kid into the world.
yes.
We
isn't
love
that
Kim Weisman.
amazing,
We miss Kim
amazing
Weisman.
voice.
Yeah, unbelievable
Amazing voice.
singing voice. I've only heard her sing once, and I knew that she was involved in singing, but she's just I can't put into words how much I love and respect Kim Weisman.
Yeah.
Again, we miss her terribly in Muscatine. She was an unbelievable provider of care for expecting moms and first-time dads like this guy a couple years ago. She was just great, and I'm so happy that she's a part of Rockin' on Sycamore.
She's
right?
kicking it off.
Oh, it's awesome.
Bigger and
It
bigger.
is. Next year, it's going to be 5 nights, and these guys are going to quit the jobs and plan Rockin' on Sycamore. It's going to be like the new Woodstock.
In
So
Muscatine.
the goal, I mean, I can't imagine that you set out with, we're going to, X amount of dollars. It's about having a good, it's a fun fundraiser, and at the end of it, it seems like there will be a substantial amount of money that will help Shop with a Cop. And again, to be able to take 70 plus kids last year, maybe that number is like 80 to 90 this year. We know that the need is there, right, or more. We know that there is a need. And again, supporting Shop with a Cop makes total sense. My dad's a retired Chicago police officer. There's Brian on the stage.
Get him.
It was about 22 degrees that night.
I was going to say it was a little brisk,
Yeah,
right?
it was warm, and if people want us to do the whole heat lamps, we can totally do that. It's going to be
sunburns.
It's going to be 72 degrees. I mean, we'll burn some calories.
You know what you're not going to need in July are heat lamps, unless it's a way to get rid of the gnats, but I think they're pretty much gone.
I hope they're gone.
All right. One of the things I wanted to ask you, Dr. Bach, is you had some flooding in downtown, and you were the guy that was out there building some flood barriers.
Right.
And you dealt with that, and it seemed like everything was okay. I mean, your building, Bark Chiropractic, is in downtown Muscatine, one of those businesses that, you made the choice to be in downtown Muscatine, which is a big deal. Did you have any damage to the building with the floodwaters? I mean, it seems like you've got enough street parking that maybe it wasn't a huge inconvenience. It was a lot of water.
The only inconvenience was that I had to reschedule many patients, and luckily I have another chiropractor in there too to help me out. But
awesome.
We spent many hours putting up the flood wall and then taking the flood wall down.
Yep.
But yeah, there's an aerial view somewhere on Facebook showing how it
was
was
close.
like surrounding the back part of it, which is pretty cool. So, but
There was a lot of water.
it was a lot. So we had
creeping up on
a
you.
wall called Muscle Wall, which I think is pretty cool. Which we're gonna be using that muscle wall to put our business banners on by the side by the stage and everything too. But yeah, I mean there was some water that went in the basement, but we waterproofed it with some big sump pumps, and it worked out really well. Our basement surprisingly was dry.
That is unbelievable.
Which is dry. So
Great.
yeah.
And I love that you made the decision to be in downtown Muscatine, to own and operate a business, to invest in that property, and then to have Rockin' on Sycamore 2 nights this year, this Friday and Saturday. Brian, your side of the business, as far as, I mean, it seems like there's a lot going on in downtown. I know that there's a couple of buildings that are getting a little TLC right now. There's that great aerial shot that Dr. Bark was mentioning. Wow, that's close, buddy. Holy moly.
Yeah, that's about a foot of water up against that wall.
That is terrifying. Brian, how are things progressing as we look at development in downtown Muscatine? Like I mentioned, I don't know what that building is called that's on the corner of, I think it's 2nd and just past
Pearl Plaza?
No, but yeah, past Pearl Plaza. That one that was I can't think of the name of it. That brick building that's on the corner.
about my
Seems
building?
like
That's his building.
that's
too.
your building.
That's my building.
Oh, I'm sorry. Listen, we got the Monopoly man here, Dr. Bark. What are you doing down there? Where's your monocle at, Dr. Bark? He's buying up all the land. He's a land baron, this guy. He's got oil. He's struck oil in there. What are you doing? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so purchase that building, and
You don't have to say if it's a surprise.
It's not a surprise.
Okay, cool.
We're going to have just large area for some businesses. We'll have big business up on top of the 3rd floor, and then we're going to have 2 floors of event center space.
Good idea.
Yeah.
I like that. And Brian, you got to love people making the decision to be in downtown Muscatine,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
it's awesome.
We are right next to him in Pearl Plaza.
Yeah.
We're expanding Wine Nuts and
Yeah, I heard about that.
Skinny's Barbecue's going.
Right.
And
This
where
is
Ellie's
super
used to
cool.
be. And
Yeah.
we moved Ellie over to the Pearl View condominium building, and just got Mike Rankin's open down the Western Mall. And
Isn't it awesome?
Motley, so
And Sammy Motley's watching right now. I mean, it's great. And we've had all these people on the show. Sammy Motley was here the other day. Mike was here with Land of Oz. Again, these are all people that are making the choice to take that leap, right? And you're living proof that it can work. If you make a choice, you have a good business, you're a good person. That also matters, right?
Yeah.
Doing the right thing, supporting the community. And there's a lot of good success stories. And it's nice. People always question the health of a downtown. They look at a community and they can tell if it's healthy or not when you look downtown. And I feel like downtown Muscatine is heading in a great direction. Muscatine Downtown Investors LLC Facebook page right there. I've often, joked that I had an idea to open Cranky Tony's Pizza, and we would be in direct competition with Happy Joe's, and the logo would just be like a frustrated, it'd be kind of like Ed DeBevick's, where everybody was in a bad mood.
Cranky Tony's?
Cranky Tony's.
Give me a face. That's good. Well,
Cranky Tony's. And I know Joe Whitty. Happy Joe's a friend.
Cranky Tony.
Right? But at Cranky Tony's, get your own drink. But it's all a joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
I
Joe's.
got the space.
That's
if
pretty
you're
cool.
ready.
You have the space.
Yeah.
All right.
We're
I got to
making
figure
this
out how to
happen.
make pizza.
Yes.
And I got this great gig here at the Hy-Vee. So I love Hy-Vee. I'm not going anywhere. But Cranky Tony's, trademark 2019, Hy-Vee Saver Tony Tone. So don't go opening Cranky
Cranky Brad.
Cranky Brad. You've never been called that in your life. Rocket on Sycamore, 2 nights of live music, downtown Muscatine. I like that it's in July.
Yes.
You're in October last year, so if you're watching this, if you're live on cable with us or on social media or watching tonight on the replay, Friday and Saturday, this weekend, there's 2 nights with things for you to do. Because the thing that people like to say sometimes is there's nothing to do in this town. We just told you something going on.
And it's going to be busy. We have, Skinny's is going to be there cooking food for everybody.
I didn't know that.
Oh, it's going to be great. Yeah,
That's awesome.
They'll be there cooking food for purchase. It's free admissions to the public just to come in.
I got to mention 2 things really quick. Sammy Motley on Facebook says, Brian Chick, I brought your name up on Monday. She said, hi, Dr. Bark. Mike Rankin says, can you get rock star Brian Chick's autograph for me? No autograph.
There might be a charge for that.
A charge, everybody. My goodness.
Good.
Food, music, and a good cause at the core, helping kids.
Yep.
So as much as you're rocking out, you love the Friday night Christian rock, Saturday, whether it's Poor Boys or First Impression or Blind Alley, Lefty and the Spinners, Roadside Circus. That's a lot of. What time are you starting? At noon?
6.
I mean, 6.
6 to midnight.
Wow, that's a lot of music.
Pull off the unbelievable. 20 minutes between the bands and.
Oh, good luck.
We'll have businesses
it
up there
work.
speaking
20-minute
as well. So,
changeover.
yeah.
That is a big deal. I like what you guys are doing. This is awesome, and I hope it continues to grow because it is all about supporting a great cause. Again, I'm the son of a cop. My dad, 30 plus years as a Chicago cop, made it out alive. Literally spent 17 years in the worst neighborhood in Chicago. Literally. So I have the utmost respect for law enforcement. And when you can do something like this that helps them, gives them some good awareness, brings them out. And the biggest thing is, of course, like the ultimate goal of having a successful Shop with a Cop. But even more than that, it's when our kids see police officers and they don't look at them as like, oh, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
Right? And that's a stigma that I hope to be able to get rid of because they're people. And that's a job. That's all I say, right? We all have different jobs. Whether you're hosting a talk show in a grocery store, right?
Right.
Or you're putting on a uniform and you're choosing to have a career as a police officer. At the end of the day, you just want to go home to your family or your friends or to trying to find a hamster in your house that got loose. That was my night last night. I don't know about you guys, but
Did you find it?
I did find it behind the
good.
refrigerator, Brian. Pickles the hamster is safe, everybody. By the way, would you like a
Pickles.
mascot for Bark Chiropractic? Would you ever consider having
Are
a
you
hamster?
offering?
Definitely
Yes.
a hamster named Pickles.
Yes. How about it? Right? This is not a bad idea. Shameless.
badge on
Yeah, you can put a badge on. Shameless plug. You accepting patients at Bark Chiropractic?
Of course we are.
Nice. All right. Look at that. I mean, I know that I'm out, but I don't think you can adjust me legally. Well, you can probably do whatever you want. I'd be okay with it. I'm stepping in a bucket, Doc.
That's right.
I'm going to do the old bucket dance at Rockin' on Sycamore, and then you're going to crack, and I'll be like, oh, thank you.
Piece of cake.
Look at that. If you ever need models for your website, by the way, I'm available.
You know what?
You could have a whole business
absolutely.
where you're like, listen, I'm the
Yes.
plus size Cairo. I can handle big people like Tony. Is that not a good idea?
That's a great idea.
Look
That's
at
a great
that.
idea. Yeah.
Look at that, Dr.
Wow,
Bark.
that's 8 years ago.
You haven't
Wow.
aged a bit.
Remember
you have
that,
a cool
Chad?
beard now.
Thank you. It was a great spot.
Oh, hey,
I don't know
listen,
where it's
you're
at, but-
preaching to the choir. At the
I know.
Gray. I noticed more. I think I got about 10 gray hairs from the hamster quest last night. So
Well, the cool thing that you mentioned about the kids and then
Yeah.
the law enforcement is last year, Whitney Pena, literally, I mean, this was so cool. Remember this?
Yes.
I mean, everybody remembers this. She got up on stage, and we talked about this last night with the mayor, but she got up on stage in front of everybody, full uniform,
Yeah.
and just started singing a rock song.
really,
It
Tore it up.
She tore it up.
I didn't know she sang.
And I was listening to kids. They were like, "Oh my goodness, she is awesome! I love the cops here."
Wow.
I'm like, that's what it's all about, though. That's what we want, and it's
Yeah.
great. We're all working together as one unit, as a community, and
It was a great time.
It's a good story, and I'm glad that you're able to tell it. And all we want is for y'all watching to come out, whether it's Friday, Saturday, or both nights. Maybe you were at the last Lefty and the Spinners show 26 years ago, and you've been waiting. You got that Lefty and the Spinners shirt that you've just been hanging on to.
Break it out.
Right? Dust it off and break it out. Friday, Saturday, downtown Muscatine, rocking on Sycamore. 2 nights of music. Sammy saying that her and her husband both have appointments today at Bark Chiropractic. That's awesome. Mitchell Watkins saying, that a boy,
Thanks,
Dr.
Mitchell.
Bark. Stinky Philpott, Troy Philpott says, I can't wait for Saturday. It's going to be a great time. Yeah, you know what? It's going to be fun. And I'm happy that you guys are here. And I'm so thankful that you're doing this, because it would be one thing to pull something off in less than a month like you did last year, $7,000. To do it again, to add a night and all the logistics on top of being busy and all your families and everything else, it says a lot to your character, and I really appreciate it. And again, for everybody watching, all we need you to do is show up. But even more than that, show up, attend both nights, and then support the businesses that support Rockin' on Sycamore, right?
Right.
Because that's where you can really make a difference, is when you get into these businesses and say, hey, you know what? I like that you were a part of that, and I want to be a patron in whatever capacity that is.
Right.
All right, and Cranky Tony's Pizzas. I just got my first 2 investors, so really excited about that. Dr. Bark, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Brian, I'll take a bag of cash for the Cranky Tony's Pizza, and we'll get that opening soon. Rockin' on Sycamore, Friday, Saturday, July 12th and 13th, downtown Muscatine. Don't miss it. It's going to be a good time supporting, again, a wonderful cause. We'll go CBI Bank and Trust ILCAM, and we'll get these 2 out of here. They got to work on next year's event, which, again, will be 7 nights of music, including the Brian Chick and Dr. Bark.
And Tony's going to MC. He just kind of told me that too. So
I wish I could do it this weekend. Not that I...
Let it be known.
Yeah. Did you like the message that I sent you back? I'm having a little procedure done on Friday.
I didn't want to ask.
Yeah, you could probably figure it out though, Doc, right?
It's on a Friday before. I figured it out.
I just deduce what's happening, right? I mean, if you have like a chair that has like ice on it,
frozen peas,
and a microphone, I could probably do it.
I will make that happen.
Could you Skype me in from my house?
I will make that happen. And everybody's watching, just so you know, come by, shake his hand. He'll be there in a chair with ice. It'll be fine.
We'll see how I'm doing. All right. Jeez Louise. I've already said on the show what's happening, so this isn't breaking news. Okay?
No, it's not.
I'm just getting a haircut on Friday. That's all that's happening, everybody. All right, let's go to the CBI Bank and Trust ILCAM. Let's leave it there. This is way better. Rockin' on Sycamore. 2 nights, 7 to 10:30 on Friday with Armor of... I've said worse things in my life. It's okay. 2 nights of music. I don't know if I'm not embarrassed, but my glasses are steamy, so hopefully my wife's not watching. 2 nights of music, Friday, Saturday, on Sycamore Street, downtown Muscatine. Let me take a sip of my tie-dye Frappuccino. Oh, there's just a little bit of sugar in that. That's good for you. Please come out and support this. Free admission both nights. It is a great time for sure. All right. I mentioned that it's National Pina Colada Day. And if you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, you probably need an umbrella. But I think I've got all the ingredients. You guys can go if you want, I guess. Or you can stay, whatever. Whatever you want to do. We're going to have a pina colada party later. So this is all you would need, right? Is a little bit of Malibu and a little bit of pina colada mix. This one is called the Finest Cali Pina Colada Mix. And then this one over here is the Master of Mixes. See you guys, thank you. Master of Mixes handcrafted pina colada mixer. So it's all there, right? I mean, you can celebrate, and it is really National Pina Colada Day. I know that because I found it on the internet. And everything on the internet is true, of course. You know that. So celebrate that. Also, reminder, the Starbucks tie-dye Frappuccino, while supplies last, this is going to be going quick. You know, I probably won't have this Friday, Joey Pete. I know you want to get that tie-dye Frappuccino. It's not going to be here for that long. And, it's refreshing, I will say that. It does not taste like a banana Laffy Taffy. All right, Chad, so I thought we'd keep it easy with the Toyota Muscatine car cam. I'll just have you whip a U-turn, and if you want to go past Starbucks, and then maybe up to the spindle rack, because right in the entryway, either entry of the store, we have flyers, and 2 new ones, right? So this is exciting. Ooh, I like that perspective of the cot cam. You can see our setup. This is a big setup we have here. Look at all that stuff. So much room for activities. So you walk towards Starbucks. There's a spindle, and it's going to have the fuel saver flyer, and it's going to have the bakery hot summer deals. Both of these start today. The bakery hot summer deals has things like bakery fresh bread for $1.50, bakery fresh hamburger buns, white or wheat, $1.99. How about all baking stone breads, $3.99 and up, has a 15-cent fuel saver, just to name a few. And you can see Mr. Church right there. Oh, Mr. Church, we got him on camera. Heading past Starbucks, and right just over yonder, you can see that spindle rack right next to that sign that's promoting the tie. It's all full circle today, friends. Look at this. We've got the Frappuccino tie-dye sign. We've got the spindle rack with the fuel saver. And we've got the GoldenEye scope checking everything out for you. Oh, there we go. Look at that, everybody. Pick up a fuel saver flyer. Pick up a bakery flyer. And if you want to beat the heat, and it seems like today is going to be one of those hot days, everybody, try a tie-dye Frappuccino. And if you're over 21 and you want to beat the heat, Brent Coolers, you could have yourself a pina colada, a National Pina Colada Day, right now, all day. Pina Colada 30. Let me check my watch. Toot toot, it's pina colada time, everybody. There's Ashley, our friend Ashley. She's a nurse at the jail. Great seeing so many familiar faces in this store. We love our customers, and I hope to get to know each and every one of you. All right, so Toyota Muscatine Car Cam, cruising past Starbucks again. They're going to be busy today, tomorrow, with people trying out that tie-dye Frappuccino while supplies last. It won't be around long. You can see Tiffany and Eric. They've got tie-dye shirts on. That's pretty cool. Our pal Cliff making an order, right? There's Tiffany. Tiffany's like, please don't tell me that camera's on. And I bet that those customers right there are going to get the tie-dye Frappuccino. I would bet 100%. All right, and there's Eric. They do a great job at Starbucks. We're happy to have them here. And again, we want you to try the tie-dye Frappuccino. Toyota Muscatine Car Cam. Nice perspective. Hopefully you're not getting motion sickness. That's pretty steady, right? It's pretty slick, y'all. Fuel saver flyer, yes, Wednesday to Tuesday. So if you're looking for that, pick it up. A lot of people on Facebook with comments. Sammy Motley says, OMG. Yeah, you know what? Listen, if I'm anything, I'm honest, right? And I share, and I try to keep y'all in the loop on what's going on in my life, and whether I share too much sometimes, that's my own fault. Hello, friends. Look at this. I feel like I'm kind of driving the Toyota Muscatine Car Cam. Whoa, it's trippy, man. All right. Couple things I'll mention before we get out of here. In addition to the two flyers with the fuel saver and the bakery, we have a local 2-day sale. This ad is featured on the back of the Discover Muscatine newspaper. It's got some food service deals like BOGO breakfast, a great pizza deal, and then the sunrise special for everybody that works third shift. You want to get off of work, have a burger, fries, and a beer for $8. We can get you taken care of. And then if we scroll down on that, a 2-day sale that starts today. Today and tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, kind of rare for us, but this is great. You've got things like Pepsi products, Prairie Farms, chocolate milk, bakery fresh chocolate chip cookies, some sweet corn ready to go. I will definitely be buying some of those top loin chops, 77 cents each. Breaking out the new grill tonight for the first time. Got to get some brat patties, some steak, some top loin chops, Hy-Vee deli shaved ham. And what about Jameson Irish whiskey? Still got that deal, $16.99 per bottle when you buy 3 of them. That's a savings of $25. That is excellent. Don't miss out on that. Today's also Wednesday, I'll mention. Of course, Wellness Wednesday. Each and every Wednesday at your Muscatine Hy-Vee, an opportunity for you to save 10% off all of the purchases that you would make in the health market on health and beauty care items like, say you needed a toothbrush or deodorant, 10% off that, and then organic produce. So a great opportunity to save some money, get to the store, take advantage of those deals, take advantage of the 2-day sale, and get everything you need right here. What's on my list? I've covered that. I mentioned the tie-dye drink, which I've drank more of this than I thought I would, but it's refreshing. It has sugar in it, and I'm, haven't had a lot of sugar. So, it's nice. There it is on the screen. Look at that. Tie-dye Frappuccino. So much summer while supplies last. That one will go quick. Okay, here's what I need to do, right? I got to get propane. True story. I bought the grill Monday. Got to get a propane tank. So if you are doing the propane exchange, like you've got the propane tank at your house and it's empty, $14.99 at Hy-Vee gas. Now, I don't think I'm going to pay $14.99 because I don't have a propane tank to exchange. I'll probably pay a little bit more than that. But then when that tank runs out, I will bring it back to Hy-Vee gas, the friendliest gas station in Muscatine, bar none. Friendliest gas station. And then I'll pay $14.99. Propane exchange. It's like this. Here's the old propane. Here's the new propane. I don't have a tank of propane for a prop. I have to use bottles of pina colada mix, you see. So check that out. It is awesome. Jen rejoicing. Jen Chapin rejoicing, saying it's Wellness Wednesday. It's the best day of the week, if you ask me. Wellness Wednesday, new Starbucks drink, fun show. Tony on sugar. Doesn't normally happen. A little hyped up, coursing through my veins. I caught a hamster last night in my kitchen. Did I mention that 4 times already? Last thing, if you are looking for another way to beat the heat, whether it's a Starbucks tie-dye Frappuccino or a pina colada on National Pina Colada Day, or at Hy-Vee gas, any size fountain pop, just 99 cents. That's a great deal. So you can stop by the gas station, small, medium, large, big, dare I say bigly size, 99 cents. You've got that in the cup holder of your vehicle right now. Nothing I love more than a Diet Dr. Pepper or a Diet Coke or a Diet Pepsi. See, I'm an equal opportunity shameless plugger. We'd love to have all of those beverage companies sponsor this show. Hello, Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, and Coca-Cola. We're available. Reach out. Have your people call my hamster. Do we have the picture of Pickles? Once again, Pickles the hamster got out yesterday morning, apprehended at 11:15 last night, hiding behind the refrigerator. That's Pickles running on his wheel, back in his race car hamster cage. I know you're jealous. You wish you had a hamster named Pickles. Yeah, that was a long night, everybody. Happiest 7-year-old ever, though. 4-year-old Ted, he was okay. He was like, yeah, we got Pickles back. My 7-year-old was, as I sent my wife in a text, he was elated. He was so happy to have Pickles back. I want to say thanks to our guest this morning for joining the show. That would be Chris Anderson with the Discover Muscatine newspaper, the only place you can find the Hy-Vee ad and our local ad on the back page. So look for the Discover Muscatine newspaper in your mailbox each and every Tuesday, and the Talk of the Town column written by this guy right here who needs to shave. Tony Tone, yours truly. So check that out. Thanks to Dr. Brad Bark and Brian Chick. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for reminding me. Thanks to Dr. Bark and Brian Chick for being here. Rockin' on Sycamore is 2 nights of live music in downtown Muscatine on Sycamore, right next to Bark Chiropractic, supporting Shop with a Cop. Last year, $7,000 was raised with 20 sponsors. This year, nearly 30 sponsors. 2 nights of music helping Shop with a Cop. Thanks to Dr. Brad Bark for being here, and to Brian Chick. Both good guys. I've known Brian for years. DJ'd one of Brian's kids' weddings a couple years ago. Dr. Bark's a good guy. And, of course, Shop with the Cop is an excellent program worthy of your time. Before we go, Team Staffing, 109 Lake Park Boulevard, across from Happy Joe's, not Cranky Tony's, has the job board. If you're looking for a JOB, Sam the Man, here's a couple opportunities for you. Now hiring production labor, first and second shift, $11.05 an hour. Call our friend Brooke McCullough, 563-316-7636. She will get you all taken care of. Or careers at teamssi.com. This is Jenny. We've got your number, 563-316-7635. Forklift, $14.77 per hour, all shifts available. And listen, they're going to pay you overtime. I know. How dare you get overtime? That sounds like a good gig. I wonder if that's at, I don't know where it's at. It doesn't say, and I don't want to guess. But listen, these are good jobs. They're ready to go. And forklift warehouse assembly, $10 to $13.85 an hour. Call Mary. All shifts available, 563-316-7634. Team Staffing Solutions, 109 Lake Park Boulevard, across from Happy Joe's here in Muscatine. Okay, tomorrow on the show, I don't remember. But we'll be here tomorrow at 8:30, live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Roku, Apple TV, live on Muscatine Power and Water Cable Channel 5 which is super cool. This thing in the corner right here, showing you the date, and then it's also a Remax balloon right here. Like I'm on a hot air balloon. I was supposed to go on, I've never been on a hot air balloon. There was the Hot Air Balloon Festival in the Quad Cities I was supposed to go on several years ago, and they had to cancel it because of the weather. But if you're watching us live on cable, thanks for checking the show out. Maybe you watch it every night at 7:30 or 10:30 p.m. on Muscatine Power and Water. We truly appreciate that. Maybe you're watching the show on your family's vacation, Matt Schweitzer. Hello. Don't worry, Matt. Everything's cool. We're taking care of the store. Everything's cool, Matt. Nothing to worry about. It's just National Pina Colada Day. All these bottles are sealed. Okay? Nothing to worry about, Jake. Undercover Jake Hardman, bakery boss. National Pina Colada Day. Celebrate responsibly. Check out the limited time only tie-dye Frappuccino at Starbucks. Don't miss the 2-day sale happening today and tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. And thank you for watching this show. I truly appreciate it. And thanks to our guests, again, Chris Anderson with the Discover Muscatine newspaper and Dr. Brad Bark and Brian Chick, rocking on Sycamore, supporting Shop with a Cop. Friday, Saturday, come out to that. It's 2 nights of music supporting a wonderful program. Shop with a Cop helps kids buy Christmas presents for their families. Thank you for watching this show. It's Hy-Vee today at gmail.com. If you need anything from me, my name is Tony Tone. Happy to be here. It'll be 2 years with Hy-Vee in December, which is wild to think about. And if there's anything I can ever do for you, HyVeeToday@gmail.com. I already said that, but just to reiterate, email me, call me. We would love to have you on the show if you're doing something good across Muscatine County. It's worthy of being right here on this program. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust, Toyota of Muscatine, and Team Staffing. We'll see you tomorrow live at 8:30. And in the meanwhile, listen, this tie-dye Frappuccino, it's not going to drink itself. So one more sip. Whew. Taste of summer, everybody.
Watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton this Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, HyVeeToday@gmail.com.